Welcome to Abroad at Ease, where we travel the world in calm and ease. We talk about Grenada, the soft life, travel, and freedom to choose, and second residency and that passport to use. There is something really deeply healing about visiting Saudi Arabia, especially when you're over 40 and your life has slowed down and your priorities have hardened and you're comfortable with yourself and your body and your pace is a little bit slower, but you still have your health, you still have your faculties, and you've matured in a lot of ways. I think that is the perfect time to visit Saudi Arabia, make your Umrah, and stay and enjoy the country. I feel like I am no longer chasing chaos. I am no longer forcing people to be in my life who don't want to be in my life. And I'm no longer surrounding myself with foolishness and time wasters. I'm really laser focused in this time of my life. And I think that's the perfect time to go to Saudi. Saudi Arabia offers just a slower, more wholesome way of living. It is more clean now than ever. It is safe, it's dignified, it's educational, as well as being the center of our religious practice as Muslims. And I just love that combination. I'm still dreaming about it. I'm still fantasizing about it and longing to go back. It's so special. My 2019 trip was incredibly special. I was there with my mom. I was bright eyed and bushy tailed and wanted to do all the things. But going again over 40, experiencing the life experiences that had happened from 2019 to 2026, 7 years later, was just a totally different dimension of spirituality to the point where I brought my same dua book both times just so that I could, at the haram, I could sit, I can look at my life and see how my dua was changing. And it's just so crazy that the about 90% of the prayers that I prayed for in 2019 had been answered. And the ones that had not been answered, I did not want anymore. It was just like, ooh, thank you, God, for not letting that happen. And then just revising my dua and refining it, being fully in my 40s, approaching my 50s, and really coming into my own as a woman and understanding what are the really important things in life more so than ever. I just can't even explain it. And around me there was a lot of drama, which happens anytime you are in a group, any type of group. There were personalities that conflicted. There were people that didn't get along. There was drama and intrigue and all kinds of mess going on. But having that maturity to set that boundary that, hey, I'm here for me, I'm here to get something out of this experience. And although I support you and whatever you're going through, my main focus is to get the most that I can of Umrah and out of this experience. So it was so lovely. And I think I was more locked in. I think I was more laser focused. And at the same time, I didn't have a care in the world. And I remember the first trip, I was worried about Sister So and so who got sick. I was worried about the Russian kids climbing the mountains like little antelopes. I was worried about my mom. We were on Mount Uhud, and then I turn around, I can't find her. All the whole time she was sitting on the bus, just relaxing. And this time, I didn't have a care in the world. I just had a feeling that everything would be okay and everything would come together. And it just absolutely did. And one of the most beautiful things about Saudi Arabia is that time moves slower. You can't tell me I was only there for 10 days because in my heart, I was there for a whole month. There's no pressure to rush, there's no pressure to perform, no pressure to constantly consume. Here in the West, we are like, we meet each other and we automatically ask, what do you do? So that I could measure your importance on some sort of hierarchy. But that conversation just never came up unless it was just naturally mid conversation about, I don't want to go back to work. Some sisters saying, I don't want to go back to work and deal with all those patients and da da. And then you find out, oh, they are a nurse or whatever. But those conversations took a backseat to who are you over what do you do? And I just met amazing creative sisters, and we had long talks, waking up early in the morning to head to the haram to pray fajr, walking peacefully or taking the shuttle to the haram. just sitting in a cafe without being rushed. They're not eagle eye over your table. When is this person going to leave? No, you sit and you can drink your coffee and eat your dessert for 3 hours if you want. And just sitting and getting to know the girls and their lives and their stressors and what they're hoping to get out of this trip was just such a blessing and such a privilege that there's something about the ease that you make friends when you are at Mecca and Medina. The friendships come fast and furious, and I'm going to always love my roomies and I'm going to always love some of the people on the trip that I really bonded with. And everybody found their person or people, which was so wonderful. How much food we were going to get?
I'll definitely take a lamb.
French fries,
French fries, yes.
Louisiana.
Share the french fries. Oh, that was her
Yes,
french fries.
let's all share
can
the
have
lamb
it.
chops because I do not want to waste this delicious food.
I'll take one. Oh. Let me put it back.
No, eat. And you're not overstimulated. Mecca and Medina doesn't have a whole bunch of signage and advertisements and distractions. You go outside and there are birds flocking around. They know that you're not going to harm them. There are cats walking and handling their business and eating scraps that you put for them on the floor. And they just know that you are not going to harm them. There's such a peace and a tranquility of Saudi Arabia. And then once you're finished your Umrah, you can visit cities like Riyadh and Jeddah, and they are beautiful as well. Beautiful walking boulevards, clean sidewalks, gorgeous waterfront paths. You could just hang out till the early hours of the morning and feel so incredibly safe. And I'm clumsy, so I'm dropping my social security card, my money, my stuff when I'm trying to take out money to buy an item. And people are just reaching for it and handing it to you. Here's your money, here's your document. It's just such a beautiful feeling. And don't even get me started on the food. As a foodie, you can have whatever you want from whatever nationality. If you like the fast food, you can have some al-bake. If you want some home cooked dishes, you can go to the restaurant and you can just enjoy kapsa, which is a delicious spiced rice and meat dish, fresh breads, dates, grilled meats. They have awesome Turkish restaurants where you can get the doner kebab, lamb chop, steaks, mixed grill. A foodie's heaven. I'm telling you, it's a foodie's heaven. And then you finish it off with Arabic coffee or tea and some fresh juices and fruits. Oh gosh, the food. I miss the food so much. It's not overly processed, it's real food, unless you're going to the fast food joints in the clock tower. Those are giving more processed, but not as processed as here in the West. So, being over 40, I really appreciate the food that energized me and helped me do my sa'i and do my religious obligations without weighing me down and making me sluggish. The food was not draining me and slowing me down. It was energizing me and nourishing me. I really miss the food, y'all. I'm not even joking. And I've talked about it before, but those museums like the National Museum of Saudi Arabia and King Abdulaziz Center for World Culture and many more, they teach you so much about Islamic history. They teach you about the Arab heritage and the history of the Arab Peninsula, science, art, culture, contributions. And as someone that's older, over 40, it's not just about entertainment after your Umrah. It's about learning something and it's about culture, and I love it. I could visit museums all day long and then hit up a restaurant and be the happiest person in the world. And even as a young woman, I was never into just party, party, party. I was always a quiet, introspective type of girl and young woman. And I loved reading and I loved libraries. So if that is your vibe, Saudi Arabia has made so many strides in that area in the last 5 to 10 years that it's crazy. I don't even recognize it. It is becoming such an educational and historical hub, and they should be very proud of what they're doing and the jobs they're bringing to the Saudi people. It's quite impressive. I've talked about this earlier, but I have to emphasize the safety. I was shopping till I dropped some nights in Saudi, and I never once felt I was being followed, being harassed, felt unsafe, felt even a hint of danger. And I'm talking about 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm talking about Yes, being with friends and not being totally alone, but being with 5'1" friends who are 98 pounds soaking wet. So things that you would not even do with your girlfriends. You wouldn't even think about doing this with your girlfriends in the US at 2 a.m. in the morning. It would not even be a consideration. I'm in the house by 9, 10 o'clock, and I'm definitely not walking all around a city square or shopping area at night outside. Everything here in Texas closes at around 10 anyway. What am I talking about? There's not even that option unless you're clubbing, and everybody knows that we're not about that over here. So it is really safe. Saudi really values family, respect, faith, calm living, that peaceful luxury of when you're living a wholesome lifestyle, you just feel good. So when you're worshiping, you feel good. When you're resting, you feel good. When you're shopping, you feel good. When you're sipping tea at the cafe, you feel good. Everything makes you feel good. And you go from that reflection period to a period of rest, to a period of shopping and fun, back to a period of prayer and reflection. Everything is holistic. Nothing is extreme and overbearing or fanatical. And just, I'm so shocked. I really love that about Saudi Arabia.
Tribe, where Masjid Qiblatain is, which we will go to in a little while, inshallah. There were certain tribes that were settled there. So these were all small villages, if you may, that were in and around Medina Munawwara. And many of the Sahaba, so not all the companions during the time of the Prophet would actually come to the mosque.
If you're over 40 and you're looking for peaceful travel, Saudi Arabia is one of the most restorative places you can visit. Whether you're Muslim or not, you can come and visit. Some places are only for Muslims. Our pilgrimage is there. This is not chaotic travel. This is intentional travel. It's travel that really fills you up and makes you cry when you're on the plane heading back. My nervous system is at so much peace right now. My spirit, my well being. I am fortified till the next trip. I really am. I am full. I am fortified. And I definitely want to make KSA a part of my yearly travel routine, God willing, inshallah, because what it does for me is something so special, so beautiful, and just so well rounded that you just can't replicate it anywhere else. You really just can't. You can't replicate that feeling and that experience anywhere else. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. If you want guidance on relocation or second passports, I also offer coaching calls to help you create your plan and help you get started and be that accountability partner. So, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who is ready to expand their life. Thank you so much. Between timeless stone, the echo of the call to prayer, and the meeting of the seas, a sacred journey unfolds. Please join us for Beyond Enough, our second annual retreat. This is not a passive escape from life. This is a guided healing experience rooted in clarity, sisterhood, and transformation. Beyond Enough is different. Here, healing is intentional. You are supported, guided, and held as beauty works alongside purpose. Over 6 days and 5 restorative nights, you will rest deeply, be pampered fully, and have a great adventure in safety and sisterhood.